In this video, we are going to enable the picture profile for SLOG2 so you can go in and film a lot of cinematic videos. The standard picture profile on this camera is actually quite good. I use it for almost everything but cinematic videos. And you want color grade, you have to learn it. It's so much more fun to make your own look, and this is the desired thing to do. SLOG3 is actually where I started, but SLOG2 I found that was better. You go into the image tab, pick this one at the top, and go to page 9 out of 12. And then you go to the bottom called picture profile off. As you can see, I do not use it for much more else than cinematic stuff. And also, this creative style, this has to set to standard. You have to have everything off in here as well. Go into picture profile. And then I think picture profile 1 as mine is SLOG2. And I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's very grainy. And that's why I'm going to enable SLOG2 instead. So in this one, I actually already customized the PP2. So let's say we're going to customize the PP3. And in gamma is where you'll find the SLOG. So just to be sure, in gamma, it could say something else. And put in SLOG2. And then there is something I like to do, because I like more cinematic style, and what I found more cinematic is that go into detail and then take it down a notch, maybe all the way down to -7 or -5. It's up to you. It's because it's just when you shoot in 4K, these small cameras have some added detail. I think they add detail that's not there. It's some kind of sharpening, like in, I don't know if you know Photoshop, but they add sharpening, and I don't want this sharpening. So I go in and I have the picture profile 3 now. That's my new SLOG2, and I also think I'd use this one. Color mode, I'm not 100% sure what this is, but if we go back again to our new one and set it to SLOG3 color mode, I in my own settings I can see I paired it with a color mode called S-Gamut to pair it with the gamma called SLOG3. And now when you record anything on your camera, it's quite gray, but not as gray as this one. I would say maybe the grain is an indicator on SLOG2 that it's better in like a very light space, and SLOG2 is better than dark space. I actually have on my channel a comparison in night shoot between SLOG2 and SLOG3, where you can see the grainy stuff in between them. And just before we go, I have another thing I would like to do when shooting cinematic stuff, and there is inside movie, the first tab. You can I have two settings I would like to either use. First, the 4K, it's enabled in file format, and then you go into like this one, 24p 100 megabytes second. You have to make sure that you have a V30 SD card to be able to do this. At least V30, that is. So this is cool, 24p, but you also want that slow motion coolness. And to enable that, you have to go down to XAVC SHD. That's basically 1080p. And then you can go to 120p. That's the cool slow motion. But I actually also invite you to try, and if you want to record the 24p, try record it in 1080p instead of only like 4K. There is something about, and test this out, there's something about recording in 1080p that seems more cinematic to me. So yeah, I don't know if that's true, but it seems more cinematic to record in, yeah, 1080p and 24p. There is also one last thing. If you're recording longer shots, you have to, instead of disable the auto power off temperature, set this to high. So what this is it is going to, the camera can overheat, especially in 4K, and you want to disable this feature if you want to be able to shoot like longer shots. But when you do cinematic stuff, it's usually you take a lot of scenes and put it together of smaller and shorter scenes. So this won't be necessary for you. And if it's not necessary, then just keep it at standard so your camera won't overheat. So this is my cinematic settings for SLOG2. On my channel I also have a cinematic setting for SLOG3. Thank you for watching. Consider liking and subscribing. Bye.